We recently finished a book called The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. She addressed our world society problems that we are facing today. Poverty, mental slavery, racism, but we don't see those two things, racism and mental slavery.
Please see a white doctor.
It's only available after 4 if you're not.
So you're saying in the whole entire building there isn't one white doctor?
Your kid has to be seen by a pediatrician.
Okay, so you're telling me that my kid has chest pains, he's gonna have to sit here until 4 o'clock. Can I see a doctor, please, that's white? That doesn't have brown teeth, that speaks English. Huh?
If the doctor is black,
Okay, let's don't get started with this. Oh my God. Being white in this country, I should just shoot myself.
Go to the hospital.
go to the hospital.
Does being white makes him more...
Go to the hospital.
That speaks English, that doesn't have brown teeth.
Well, speaking English is one thing, being white is different.
So you guys visit his website?
How are you communicating to everyone if everyone's incapable of speaking English?
Yeah.
They're licensed, that's why they're here.
Your child clearly has more issues with you being his mother than him needing to see a doctor. You are extremely rude and racist. You want to talk about people being at a hospital? Maybe you should check yourself.
There was a daughter.
I don't
a girl
care.
that died over there. I'm asking for my. Why,
So,
why are you yelling at me? This is what happens when
You are yelling at everyone. You are yelling at everyone.
My son is sick.
So
you're
what?
coming here to fight me because
No,
you're
we are not
brown.
fighting. We are
You're
fighting
brown.
because...
You're brown. You're all attacking
Well,
me.
there are...
because
I'm
white.
sure there are other people who are
No,
reasonable.
it's because you're racist.
No, it's because I'm white.
No.
You're attacking me.
Slurs.
Hold on.
That's not
girl,
okay.
Step back. This is my personal bubble.
She is perfectly standing right, fine here.
Okay. Racism. Racism have happened, like it's happening in reality right now as of what we speak. Okay. In this video, a Canadian mom doesn't want her child to be seen by a black doctor. She feels that a black doctor is not educated. So what is the black doctor? Like, but she's making white doctors feel superior than the black doctors. But basically the black and white doctors learn the same material. So they're basically the same, but just different skin tone. Like they apply the same material. So for her to do that and to be selfish about their child like that could make them feel that it's okay to be racist and stuff like that. Cause it's a child next to you. That's gonna make the child feel it's okay. Like that's not okay.
I don't know about you, but the thing that I abhor more than anything in the world is the feeling of slavery. I hate the idea that I may be entrapped, encased, held back, shackled by the ideas of other people. Now, I want to emphasize that word ideas because like Bob Marley said, none but ourselves can free our minds. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. The type of slavery that we're dealing with here today isn't physical shackles. It's not being tied down and forced to work in a field. The type of slavery we're dealing with today is a slavery of the consciousness, a slavery of the mind, a slavery of the spirit. And here's how it happens. Through insidious messages played out through media that are repeated by your friends and associates, the people that are around you in the newspaper, all around, you're being embedded with these subconscious demands, controlling and conditioning you to think and behave in a particular way that...
In another video, a man has addressed mental slavery. It's not based on being chained up or whatever. Like mental slavery messes up with your mind, and like you're listening to society's ideas when you could just follow your own ideas and be different. Like always be yourself.
I think that people, not only the rich people have responsibility to give, but the not so rich, because poor to me is without nothing. Like when people say, oh, I was poor, I seem like everybody black has the right to be poor now. That's not true. Poor is not just for black folks. I think that rich black people need to give to poor white folks. You know what I'm saying? And poor Korean people. Whatever. It's not like a color. And this is for real. It's not a color thing. Because what's real bad, I mean, I'm going to answer your question, but to me what's real bad is kids that don't get presents on Christmas. I think adults shouldn't get presents till the kids get all the presents. Because ain't that what it's supposed to be about? Even when you do turn 13 and you know there's no Santa Claus, it's still just for those years when you thought it was. That made life that much more better. And these days, like in the rhyme, it says, we grew up BC, before crack, you and me. We grew up way before all this crazy stuff happened with the AKs and AIDS and all of that. Imagine a rough Christmas with all of that and no Christmas. All of this that we got to go through for 365 days a year, and there's no Christmas. Because we know Christmas is relief day. So all of this with no relief day. That's hard. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of stress. That makes you go crazy. So I hope I kind of forgot the question.
You're saying these people, there's an unevenness. There's those wealthy people they should be helping.
Okay, yeah. So to make it even, it's like, okay, if you got $50, you can give somebody $5. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know if it's been times I gave somebody, these little kids that was at the gas station. It impressed me that them little kids is like 14 and they pumping people's gas. Instead of like taking the money like I would think. That's the easy way. They pumping people's gas. And you know, people is cruel. They'll give you a quarter after watching you inhale vapors and everything. They'll give you a quarter for pumping gas. And I gave them little kids like $50. They was like, thank you, but that teaches them the worth. That teaches them that when you work hard and being responsible, there's a reward for that.
So in Tupac's video, he explains about poverty. It's like people portrayed as black people being in poverty. Anybody could be in poverty. Like rich people, they could share what they have and give to the poor, people in poverty. And everybody else could just like give, but there's always like something like you could give back. But at the same time, there's always gonna be someone that what they get, like what you give is what you get, you know. Like y'all should not be watching people out there out having poverty while you living your life big. Like share what you got. Like
I worry that she's inherited oh gosh.
My number one hate on my body is
my eyes are wonky.
My bingo arms.
I have very big legs.
I'm not keen on my legs, but I just try to focus on the fact that they're very strong and that I'm a very good runner.
I have a belief that the fact that I smile a lot has a lot to do with why my skin stays nice. Brilliant.
I mean, that's Phoenix's list.
Okay.
Eyes. We don't like our eyes. Oh, she said her thighs too, didn't she? She said her legs. We both don't like our nose. I think don't like my arms, and she doesn't like her arms either.
So I've put hips and sort of bum area, sort of upper thighs, and Lily's put her legs as well.
I have tried to make my girls feel good. Well, I did say to her I don't like this thing of, you know, these body parts of mine, and I think that's why she probably picked it up.
yeah, looking at it, she really picks up a lot of my ways. She does.
Just be confident with yourself and just realize how you can influence your child. Have a look those are the things that I like.
Bum.
Yeah, I do like my bum.
I like my face because it's smiley.
Legs, you wrote legs. Why do you like your legs?
Because I go for running.
Really? Is that why you like them?
Self-worth and beauty, it is an echo. It can echo from me to them and then from them to others.
Be happy. Just be happy.
How I feel about myself really affects how she feels about herself.
Why do you like your mole then?
Because it's the same as yours.
After seeing a video like that, you really start to really think how parents have played such a strong role in children's development. Because what your kids see, like when you say you don't like something, they see when you smile about something. When you don't like something, you see when you frown about it. And that would condition the child to think the way they do. They start thinking, oh, mommy don't like see how big her thighs are. Maybe that daughter will look down on herself and say, my thighs are maybe too big too. And trying to be like her mom because her mom teached her how she is. So seeing her mom, somebody she looks up to, say that about herself makes her wonder about herself too.
So do you like your hair?
No.
You don't like your hair?
I want my hair to be straight because when you have your hair straight, it's really smooth.
Do you think that's more beautiful?
Yeah. Doesn't really feel good to have curly hair. I try to make it straight, but it doesn't work. I try to do this, but it doesn't work.
Sometimes I just wish I could just rip it out, but I'm not gonna do that.
I think about my hair that I don't want it anymore. That feeling makes me sad sometimes when I leave out my hair.
This video made me just feel so mixed feelings because it's little girls telling you that they want to rip their hair out, wish they could straighten their hair. It just made me feel so mixed feelings. Who told those little girls that their hair wasn't beautiful? Who told them that having a straight hair makes you more beautiful? What's wrong with your naturally curly hair? This shows a lot about parenting too. I'm not saying, when you see in society, in social media and all that, I know it's different. But parents play a role in this too, because if you, when kids start learning and understanding things about the world, if you teach them to say, regardless of whatever people think, you're beautiful. You're beautiful any size, height, hair texture, skin color, anything. They will continue. You keep on reminding them. If it's every week, every day you say you're beautiful, you're handsome, they will start believing that regardless who's against them. And that's one of the biggest messages this video brought to me, and I feel like I should bring to the world. Thank you.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure